It's that time of the week again when we get to just sit for a few minutes and be with our mind. We're joined again by Mike Kewley, and it's time for another mindful practice. What's the focus today, Mike?
So the focus today is the mind, and we're going to look at how to develop, how to cultivate a still, quiet mind.
Okay, which would be a wonderful thing to be able to achieve. Yeah. So we're starting from a good place here. Mike, take it away.
Okay. So again, this is probably best if you can sit down or, kind of get calm. You can close your eyes. We're just going to allow the mind to settle down. We're going to see if we can develop moments of stillness, perhaps even a mind that's, completely still. Don't worry if that doesn't happen. Like all mindfulness techniques, this is a practice and you get better at it the more you play with it. So you can close your eyes, you can sit comfortably, and all you have to do is listen. And then the first thing we can do is listen. So just notice what you can hear right now. What kind of sounds are popping up for you? Just listening. You don't need to name it, you don't need to label it. Just listening to sounds as they occur. And then take a look at your mind right now. What's the mind doing now? Just observe it. Wherever you see that screen of thoughts happen. And just notice, is your mind busy? Are there images? Is it internal chatter in your head? Is it more dreamy? Is it still? Just notice what your mind is doing now. And then you can drop down or feel your way down into your upper body, especially the belly and chest. They're kind of hot spots. Just notice how they feel. Is your belly relaxed? Is it clenched or tight? And the upper chest, is it nice and relaxed and open? Is it tight? Is the breath, shallow, high up in the chest? We're just noticing what's here. We're noticing where we start from. Okay, and then regardless of whatever content we're sitting with, we're going to focus into the feeling of breath as it moves in your body. Because it's already here. Okay, that's the thread. Okay, no matter what's happening in the mind, the body, emotions, the breath is here. It's always here. So we can just drop down into the feeling of breath as it moves in your body. Okay, just focusing into that wave-like movement of breath. And you can ride the in-breath, stay with that expansion. Riding out the out-breath. Staying with the breath, just let everything else happen in the background. We're prioritizing breath over everything else. And then we can shift the focus up to the feeling of breath as it flows through your nose. Okay, so just take a moment or two to feel into the sensations of breath in your nose. Where are they? Is it the nostrils? Is it further back? Is it somewhere else? Okay, and that will act as the anchor, something we can focus on or track. Just developing our staying power. Can we stay with each breath as it flows through the nose? Every time you're dragged away into thoughts, imagery, the voice in your head, etc., that's fine. This is the practice. As soon as you catch yourself thinking, just shift back into that raw sensation of breath in the nose. Staying with breath. And to help us stay with the breath, we need to stay interested in it. Okay, so just discover right now if your in-breath is freezing cold, is it red hot, is it lukewarm? And how about the texture of your out-breath? Breath is a kind of friction. It has a texture, it has a feel to it. So what's the feel of your out-breath? Is it smooth? Does it flow? Is it rough? Does it break apart? Staying with breath. What's your mind doing right now? Just take a direct look. What's it doing now? And again, it could be busy. Thoughts coming and going. It could be dreamy. It could be still. Just notice, what's the mind doing now? Okay, and then just shift back into that breath. Let go of the mind, let it carry on. Back into the raw sensations. Riding the breath. Staying in the sensations of breath. What's the mind doing now? Take another direct look. Right now, catch the mind in action. What's it doing? And again, it could be bubbling away with thoughts. It could be dreamy. It could be still. Okay, there's no right answer. And then shift back into your breath. Again, let go of the mind. Continue to plug into and track the breath flowing through your nose. Are there gaps between your thoughts? Are there moments when thoughts are not arising, when there's just breath? Or is the mind just full of thoughts, no break, no space, no gap? Just see what you notice. Staying with breath. What's the mind doing now? Take another direct look. Catch it out. What's it doing now? Observing the mind. If it's busy, observe it. If it's still, observe it. Again, let it go, back to breath. If you notice any gaps, if you notice any space between thoughts, rest there, stay there. Be interested in that space. Staying with breath. And now again, looking at your mind. Direct look at your mind. What's it doing now? Stay looking. Now I want you to wait for the next thought to arise. Stay there. Just wait. Don't make thinking happen. Just wait. Shift back into sounds. What can you hear? Take another look at your mind, that mental screen where thoughts happen. Is it busy? Is it still? Drop down into your upper body, belly, chest. Is it still tight or tense? Has it softened? Does it feel still, neutral? And then shifting back into the whole body on the chair. Feet, bum on the cushion, back against the chair, upper body, head, arms. Where's the stillness? Where in your experience right now is still, calm, quiet? And just before you open your eyes, again, one last look. What is your mind doing now? This is getting to know the mind. That we're not just a chaos of thoughts 24/7. That the mind can calm down, it can become still. When it's still, it's a completely different experience of you. It's a you without the noise, it's a you without the chaos. It's a you that's not being pulled in every direction. Okay, so when you're ready, you can open your eyes, you can think again if thinking stopped. If thinking didn't stop, well, we're just developing that ability to watch the mind, to not necessarily join in with it. Okay?
Powerful stuff again, Mike Kewley, absolutely brilliant. Just let people know where they can find you and your practices online.
Yes, there's lots of videos online, lots of articles. You can find all that stuff at www.myfreemind.org.
Thanks very much. We'll see you next week.
Thanks.